Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and today I'm going to talk about what does $4 get you in a knife, specifically a folding knife. And this is the knife that we're going to be talking about today. This is an Ozark Trail. I don't even know if it has a name. It's just an Ozark Trail knife that you can pick up at Walmart, and they're on these little, four-way spinny things for like $3.87 or whatever. So you get yourself a knife for $4. Now, at my Walmart, most of them they either have a black handle, it might even be a semi-skeletonized handle, or one like this, only it has a tan kind of flat dark earth type handle, or I think some of them even have camouflage handles. This one is kind of a blue and black G10 type handle. I think that's what this is. It didn't really say on the packaging. And it has a serrated edge at the at one end, and then a more flat, sharp edge at the other end, so you can use it for cutting rope or just, like cutting boxes open. And I'm not exactly sure what the handle, or not the handle, what the blade is actually made out of. I'll annotate that. I'll check and annotate that later. But it also comes with a little clip for your pocket or your belt, like most knives do. And it also has this little tab on the bottom here, so you can. This is a very easy knife to actually like flick out. So you can use your thumb like this and just flick it out like that, or you can use your finger like this and flick it out like that. It is a pretty easy knife to flick out, and it doesn't lock into the handle like this. It does lock, like this with a I don't know what kind of lock this is called, but it's the same type of lock as this SOG, and we'll go into the differences between this and this. But it doesn't like lock into the handle when it's closed, and but it does, it does kind of it is kind of in there pretty tight. I mean, you're not gonna like, it's not gonna like come loose in your pocket and like, stick you, but it is noteworthy to say that, you could just put it out like, just this much and flick it out. Like, it doesn't have to come very far out from the handle to actually be able to flick out. So I thought that was worth mentioning. That can be good or bad depending on how you look at it. This is also left-handed friendly, ambidextrous. Now the lock isn't ambidextrous, but the little studs for your thumb are ambidextrous, which is kind of cool. And of course, the clip itself here isn't ambidextrous either. It can only go on this side. But if you want to open it left-handed, you can. So that's kind of cool. Let's see how sharp this is. This is just a 3x5, I guess, note card I found on my desk. See how sharp it is. This is also a very thin note card, so it's kind of, it likes to bend real easy. So, this is the first time I've actually tried this. It's not like super sharp, but I guess it's sharp enough to cut the tape on boxes or cut open some letters. This really isn't the best like note card to be showing you this with because it's very flimsy. I don't know why this one's so flimsy. Yeah, it just likes to bend. Let's see how good it does with the SOG. Try a different edge. Yeah. So I wish I had a better note, like a more stiffer note card that wouldn't bend so easy. But yeah, it does the same thing with the SOG. So that really isn't a very good example. So we'll set that aside. But comparing it to the SOG, you know, this is a $20 knife. It was like 1995 or something. I don't know what the price was. I don't remember. But this is essentially a $20 knife at Walmart. These are we're both purchased at Walmart. And the SOG is the knife that I actually carry every day. I carry it in my left pocket. Even though I'm a right-handed person, I keep my phone in my right pocket, my knife in my left pocket, along with some other things. But this is my everyday knife, carry knife. It's stainless steel. I guess it's all stainless steel except for the G10 grips. It is not a knife that is easy to flick out. You know, I can't, very easily flick it out. I pretty much just, use my thumb the entire way. Now, when I first got it, it was really difficult to deploy. So it has loosened up over the months. I haven't had this for a year yet, but it has loosened up over time. A lot of that time was spent just doing this over and over again for two reasons. One, to loosen up the knife, and two, to toughen up the end of my thumb because it was so hard to deploy that over time I would get my thumb would hurt, the end of my thumb, and I would get a blister. So I pretty much just did this to kind of callus the end of my thumb and toughen up my thumb. But again, this is not as easy to deploy as this little $4 knife here, which again could be a good thing or a bad thing depending on how you look at it. And of course, the SOG doesn't have the little tab on the bottom, so you can't flick it out like that either. By the way, this is not a spring assist knife. I mean, if it was a spring assist knife, it would be quite a bit more expensive than $4. But it is pretty easy to flick out. And again, the SOG does not have ambidextrous studs for your thumb. It only is for a right-handed person, and the same with the clip is only for a right-handed person. And it also has the same type of a lock as the Ozark Trail, but the lock itself is actually easier to get to than the Ozark Trail. You don't have to get up here. You have to just push it in. So anyway, so what does $4 get you in a knife? Well, it gets you an ambidextrous thumb stud. It gets you a pocket clip, G10 grips. At least I assume those are G10. Very easy to deploy. You can be deployed two different ways. And it does have a lock to lock the blade open, and it won't come undone by itself. You have to actually deploy it with your thumb or your finger. So is it as good of a knife as the SOG? No. Quite frankly, no. But I wouldn't, if I was, if I had this on me or near me and somebody was trying to attack me, I wouldn't hesitate to use this. I also wouldn't hesitate to use this in like a tackle box or just kind of a knife that you cut open boxes and cases of things, or use it to cut open envelopes or just whatever, I wouldn't hesitate to use it for that. But as far as an everyday carry knife, I probably wouldn't use it, and I probably wouldn't recommend using it either, just because it is a pretty cheaply made knife, and it probably won't hold up as well as this SOG will, and it probably won't keep an edge as nicely as this SOG. So that's my opinion on that. I will still use this as my everyday carry knife until I get something else, or I might not ever get anything else. I don't know. This has been a very good, trusting knife for the past like 10 months that I've been carrying it, so I really have no reason to change it for anything, at least not in the near future, and especially not with this knife. But again, like I said, if I had this knife on me or around me and I didn't have this knife for whatever reason, I wouldn't hesitate to use it, because it is a decent knife for the price that you pay. But it's not the best knife in the world, and it's not really a knife that I would carry every day and trust my life to it either. So anyway, that is what $4 can get you in a knife. Again, this is a $4 knife versus a $20 knife. If you can only afford a $4 knife, go for it. But if you can afford a little bit more expensive knife that is probably a little bit better quality, it might not necessarily have the features that this knife has, but it will hold up. It will hold up better in the long run. I would go for this SOG Fielder, or something similar like a Gerber or something else. But yeah, that's what $4 can get you in a pocket knife. So subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm Redneck Mini 14, and until next time, be safe.